everybody. Welcome to Takeoff with John Clark, and we are outside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Beautiful weather here, getting ready for the Eagles and the Chiefs Super Bowl rematch. So enjoy this conversation with Eagles tight end Dallas Goedert. He leads the Eagles in catches and receptions in these playoffs, and he is Jalen Hurts' favorite target in the 4 years they've gone to the playoffs together. And Dallas reveals a very special skill that he uses to help him on the football field. It might surprise you. Enjoy the conversation. All right, we are back in the Eagles Entertainment Studios. Welcome in Dallas Goedert. And give us an idea of what you're feeling. Like, what is the mindset going in, pacing yourself for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. You have all those feelings. It's chaos the first few days, and now it's just kind of locked in. It feels like a normal week. That'll change Sunday when we fly down to New Orleans, but just trying to get better this week, trying to focus getting the game plan installed. So we have a big majority of that done for, when we have to worry about all the other stuff happening in New Orleans. But right now, you're just excited, thankful for the opportunity.
You are the Eagles playoff leader in yards and catches. You dealt with an injury this year. How rewarding is it? And how much fun is it to come into the playoffs and be this productive and leading the team to the Super Bowl? Yeah,
it's pretty special. The one good thing about being injured, once you get the injury feeling better, you're fresh at the end of the year. I played a little bit in the last game of the season, and then taking 5 weeks off before that, coming into the playoffs, feel really fresh. And then I got that hunger, that anger, trying to get back on the time I missed. But it's been a special run. Just with the entire team, the way the defense has performed, special teams, offense, we're finally hitting our groove, I think. Other than the first game, this is the playoffs are the first time AJ, Smitty, and myself have all been healthy for games. So just getting in that rhythm with all of us back together has been great.
You mentioned a little hunger and anger. We saw your angry run, and the Eagles Entertainment cameras caught you, I believe, saying you slowed up a little bit to have that contact in the stiff arm. How much did you love that?
Yeah, that's out there for one of my favorite touchdowns of my career through all ages. But it was really cool, being able to get the stiff arms. We weren't moving the ball very well offensively, and to be able to get in the end zone in the playoffs is always special. But yeah, that one was a lot of fun, and them getting that clip, sending it out, seeing it all over the place, it was really cool, and I'll cherish that one forever.
And obviously, physicality is a big thing with this Eagles team. Not only did that fire you up, but did it fire everybody up?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, probably my favorite person coming to the sideline was Jalen Hurts. He's got a lot of energy. He plays really hard, and he was just hyping me up, calling me a beast, saying it was unreal. We see a lot of people do cool things being in this, Saquon every week, Smitty and AJ doing all the things that they do, but to have everybody come and celebrate you is always a really cool feeling.
And obviously you guys play a brand of football with the running game and the blocking. You could call it bully ball. Does that give you a big advantage, your physicality as a team?
Absolutely. It definitely starts up front on both sides of the ball. The D-line and the offensive line are spectacular at it. They set the tone of the game for sure. But being extended part of the O-line, it's a lot of fun, and it might not happen in the first quarter, it might not happen in the second quarter, but it feels like you can feel it just wearing on people, what the O-line does to the first level, the second level. When they get their hands on people, they're throwing them around, and people will give us their best shot, and it seems like this O-line gets stronger as the game goes, and next thing you know, Saquon's going to the house with a game-sealing touchdown for 75, and man, that dude doesn't get tired either, and it's cool. We just got so many special talents on this team.
Now, you got a scepter from Good Morning Football, Kyle Brandt. Now, has Saquon gotten a scepter for an angry run this year?
He did. He actually got his. He got his against the Giants on the sideline little swing route where he ran the guy over. He got one. But he gets so many awards, they just kind of go on the back burner for him. But, I cherish all of those. Getting the scepter is always huge to me. I think my brother-in-law videotaped the first segment they had on at whatever time they start and sent it to me. I'm like, man, let me experience it for myself. Let me get it before everybody's telling me. But no, that's always really cool.
Now, I'm sure you have game balls. You have other things that you get from games. So where would somebody keep a scepter? Where are you keeping that thing?
Man, when I had two of them, I thought I was going to put them outside my door and just have them hanging because they got little stands that they can go in.
At your house?
At my house.
Literally
I was gonna have
outside?
It, yeah. But now that I got 3 of them, I'm going to have to find somewhere else to put them. But once I get all my jerseys framed up that I traded with people, and I already got my balls that are game balls in places, and I'll find a spot for the Scepters because those are always cool stories, and people like to see those plays.
And catch more of the interview with Dallas Goedert on our Eagles Road to Victory special. That is Friday night at 7:30 from New Orleans. And check out all of our specials all week long on NBC 10. And Sunday morning, Super Bowl Sunday, we get you ready for the game on Eagles Game Day Kickoff at 9:30 a.m. And then we will wrap it up on Sunday night on Eagles Game Day Final, the last one of the Eagles season, hopefully celebrating the Eagles' second Super Bowl championship. That is very cool. And you always seem to have a knack for coming up with the big play when it's needed. Get the crowd going. We've seen that in this playoffs again. What is it about your mindset where you're built for those moments?
Yeah, especially with a team like we have, you don't know when your opportunities are going to come. We got so many playmakers that need the ball, and we need to spread it around. So anytime I get the opportunity to get the ball in my hands, my biggest thing is I want to make the most of it. There's no point of catching it for 5 yards and going down. So I'm always trying to stay on my feet. I think I have a weird ability to be in awkward positions and keep my balance. Maybe it goes back to my unicycle riding or whatever, but no, it's fun, and there's nothing better than when you make a play, you stiff arm somebody, you run somebody over, hearing the excitement of the crowd, hearing the excitement of a lot of times I get it from the DBs because those are the people that try to tackle me, and all the ones on this team tell me, I'm glad I don't have to deal with you. So, and if you can get any fire for the team, momentum's a big thing, and anytime I can bring that, I'm going to do my best.
And hold up, I've never heard this before. Unicycle training?
Yeah, I ride unicycles just for fun. Grew up doing it. My family does it. So, I got one at the house that sometimes I go and get the mail on it. But, yeah, I ride unicycle. So,
and you're saying different angles? Or you're saying...
you're just on a wheel. So, like, just being in a weird position, being able to recover. I definitely think there's some correspondence to that.
Wow. Have you ever met another NFL player who has the unicycle training?
I haven't. I can't say I'm the only one in the league that can do it, but I don't know anybody else that unicycles. So
that's pretty cool.
I'd love to meet someone else, and maybe we can go do some parades or something. Maybe after we win, I can ride it on Broad Street behind the buses.
I think a lot of Eagles fans would show up on a unicycle. That's awesome. And how about that last Super Bowl 2 years ago? You, AJ, Devontae had a lot of success. What are you seeing about the Chiefs' defense? Is it a different defense from that Super Bowl? Are there opportunities there for you?
Yeah, there's obviously they've changed over the last couple of years, but they still play similar. There's definitely going to be opportunities, and we're just going to have to make those plays. But, running the rock, starting there is going to be a big thing, and letting Saquon get started. And then once they start trying to take him away, it's just going to open up for the other of us. And, in a game like this, big plays are needed. You need the explosive plays. You need to change the game in that way. And, I think we have all the right people to do that.
And we've talked to some of the guys, and they've called it unfinished business from that Super Bowl 2 years ago. And you talked about the hunger after what happened last year. Is that a collective hunger and kind of a chip on your shoulder from that game?
Yeah, I think so. I think I saw some. We have 20 people that were on the team 2 years ago. And I know starting with one, the quarterback, he wants this, and it's definitely unfinished business. I think we were all hoping that we could see the Chiefs in there just so we could have the rematch and have this opportunity to play them again. And, I think we're all looking forward to this opportunity. And, like we said, we were in this position. We didn't get the job done. And just knowing how that felt, I don't think anybody wants to feel it again.
And you talked about Jalen. We saw that his screensaver was him leaving the field after that Super Bowl loss. He wants it pretty bad. That's been in his mind, huh?
Yeah, I remember calling him after the season. It was actually after the Pro Bowl last year, and I made a joke with him about him dropping that pass in the Pro Bowl. And I said, man, I need to get myself to one of these. He goes, it was after that offseason. He goes, we'll be places better than that. So, it came true, and playing with a quarterback like Jalen and a guy that's just a true determined winner, will do anything it takes. I think everybody wants to win it for themselves, but they want to help him out get his too.
And I don't know if you know this, in the 4 years of playoffs with Jalen Hurts here, you have the most catches with him in the playoffs. How did you build that trust, and how important is that trust in those moments?
Yeah, it goes all the way back to, when he was the first-year starter, and we trained together in California, threw routes with him all the time down there. Going back, we went to Houston this offseason. We just spent a lot of time in the offseason building trust, and then obviously all the playing that we do, but just that connection in the offseason. When the time comes, we're seeing the game the same way. He trusts me, I trust him, and just being able to be an outlet for him whenever he needs me. I always want to be there. I want to make plays, so it's pretty special. Do you ever kind of just say to yourself, I'm a kid from South Dakota, and I'm going to my second Super Bowl here, an opportunity to win one? All the time, man. It's tough to do. There's a lot of people that play in this league for a long time that don't even have shots at the playoffs, let alone Super Bowls. You go to the first one, and you never want it to be your only one. But there's always that possibility, and being able to go to 2 of them in 4 years, in my 7 years on the team, is pretty special. And like you said, just being a little kid in South Dakota, I always dreamed of this. I remember playing on my PS2, Madden 06 or whatever, played a season. Won the Super Bowl, videotaped the confetti, called people at work telling them I won the Super Bowl, and that was just a video game. So seeing the confetti fall, green and white, would be pretty sweet. It would be sweet. Final question for you. I see the Phillies and Eagles hat you're wearing, and you've experienced Red October. This is kind of a green winter. Do you feel the vibe, like when you go out to Wawa or you go places? Do you feel the vibe of the city and how excited everybody gets? Oh, absolutely. Once the playoff run started, you could just feel it building. And after we won, seeing the videos of Broad Street and whatever else in Philadelphia, whatever else streets were just filled with people. How important it is to all the fans. They support us so well. So bringing back a Lombardi for them would be awesome. But, we got the best fans, and they definitely support us really well. And, playoff atmosphere in Philadelphia is dope. Like you said, Red October, I remember going to I went to one of the World Series games, but my favorite was the game that they clinched to go to the World Series the one year. It was I walked into an inside the park home run, and that was the most electric sporting event I've ever been to. But this is going to be cool. So is that kind of cool for you to experience what Eagles fans, when they're watching you and the team, get to experience? Absolutely. Being on the other side of it's crazy. I haven't been to a NFL game besides for ones that I play in or I'm part of. So seeing what it's like to be a fan in big time games, the energy just goes through the roof. And my heart was beating so fast as a fan. So it'll be cool one day to be on the other side of it, and when I retire, come back to a game and hang out with all the other legends that are at the games and experience it that way. It'll be cool. But I'm excited that I get to keep doing it on this side for sure. And so your heart was beating faster as a fan at the Phillies game than when you're actually out there playing in the Super Bowl? Or no? I think it was probably close. That was just the energy that they all had. When you're playing, you try to stay as level as you can. My beat's probably beating pretty fast from running and being tired, but until the last one, you don't really think about how amazing it is, and you just try to absorb it, but you're just so focused on the game that's kind of all you're worried about. Well, we wish you the best, and I remember the parade where you saw Jason Kelce, Chris Long on bikes going down Broad Street, a unicycle. Yeah, I'll just be on the one wheel. I'll be on the one wheel. That'll win the day. Thanks a lot. Yes, absolutely.